Dota 2 Talk here. In this video, I'll be talking about Axe's talent tree, which was introduced in patch 7.0. Please keep in mind this is not a beginner's guide, which means you should at least know each hero's playstyle and mechanics. Axe is a tank hero who forces his enemies to attack him and slam dunk them with his mighty axe whenever they are very low on HP. He is normally positioned off lane or in the jungle. Jumping straight off to his level 10 talent tree, you either get plus 3 mana or 6 strength. I will take plus 3 mana regen any day. Axe has low base intelligence and very bad mana regen. Not even Ring of Aquila's aura can provide passive plus 3 mana regen on Axe. Many players like to buy arcane boots for Axe for bigger mana pool, and it also restores 135 mana every 55 seconds. But by doing some simple math here, right, with mana boots, Axe is restoring an average of 2.45 mana per second for every 55 seconds, unless he activates it. But however, the plus 3 mana regen from level 10 talent tree is much superior because it's a constant plus 3 the whole time. So it's much more worth it to get. Why? Because it is basically a stronger version of mana boots that does not take out an item slot. It saves you 1,300 gold, and you can get an early blink dagger instead. So instead of mana boots, you can go for like tranquil boots instead, or boots of travel, which also upgrades your boot to something much more beneficial rather than just a mana boots. And what's even better, you don't have to activate it, and it lasts until late game, which is good enough to allow you to multi Culling Blade with Aghanim Scepter without fearing of running out of mana. Only take the plus 6 strength when your team is heavily reliant on mana, such as Wraith King, Kanka, Brewmaster, or Faceless Void, who requires you to buy mana boots to keep their mana pool healthy in fights or when their mana burns out or when they're just using mana. If this is not the case, guys, please never take plus 6 strength unless you really needed a little boost to your health. Did I forget to mention, guys, the plus 6 strength is basically a belt of strength, which only costs 450 gold net worth. Whereas the other option, as mentioned before, is plus 3 mana, which is a far superior version of mana boots that's worth 1,300 gold. A really big difference in both benefits and gold there. At level 15, you either get plus 75 damage or plus 250 health. This is very straightforward. More health means longer counter helix uptime and frequent battle hunger spam, and with no mana issues because you've gotten the plus 3 mana regen, and yeah, plus 250 health. That's basically a free vitality booster right there. So anyone in the right mind will take 250 health over 75 damage. Never ever, and I mean never ever, take plus 75 damage because Axe generally has slow attack base speed and low physical damage. So unless you're playing ability draft and made yourself a super auto attack carry with those crazy passive skills, then that is the only purpose I can think of for the plus 75 damage to be a good option than 250 health. So anyway, 250 health here is still a superior option. Easy. At level 20, plus 25 health or 30 movement speed. Okay, now this is a much more challenging branch compared to the level 10 and 15 talents. Normally, I will take the plus 25 health regen when enemy heroes are mostly physical attackers. Comboing Berserker Call for extra armor, followed by counter helix to ensure I survive all of their hits, physical hits, and I can healthily regen that 25 health and dishing out counter helix damage. This is very powerful because you're always there, alive, so much uptime to do things like you're tanking for your team, dealing damage when they're fighting back. So it's insane, you're making so much space. Also, the plus 25 health regen is basically 3 Vanguards health regen put together, but better, because 3 Vanguards is 24, 8 each, and this is 25. So you will buy a Vanguard in most cases as an X. So therefore, you will have 1 Vanguard for yourself and plus 3 more Vanguards, which is the 25 health regen. So you will be sitting at least 35 health regen per second there already. Now, let's look at the value between 200 plus 25 health and plus 30 movement speed. The plus 30 movement speed, which is 1.5 of a windlace. Total net worth of 375 gold, because a windlace is 250, so 1.5 is 375. 3 vanguards, however, that's worth 6,675 gold. So there's a significant amount of gold difference right there. The only time I would take plus 30 movement speed is when my enemy heroes have a lot of escape skills like Queen of Pain, Anti-Mage, Park, or Sand King, while my team are based on ganking the entire game like Bloodseeker or Spirit Breaker. As an Axe, I need to get to their target on time to ensure a successful pick-off or gank. Also, if your enemy heroes prioritize to kill your cores other than you most of the time, the plus 30 movement speed is really good for Axe. So he can get to his allies quicker by forcing the enemy heroes to switch target to him and save his enemies. Because if they don't bother hitting you the whole time, because normally nobody will hit an Axe unless you Berserker call them, then yeah, the plus 25 health regen is basically a dead talent because no one's hitting you. So the plus 30 movement speed is basically superior in this option. So depends on the matchup that you're facing. So you have to juggle around a bit for level 20 talent tree. At level 25, you either get plus 100 battle hunger damage or plus 15 armor. Alright, in this one, I need you guys to use your own imagination, alright, as I explained. Let's say you and your team, you are in an Axe, right? You and your team has taken 2 barracks from your enemies, alright, and they're turtling, which is also known as defending their last barracks very well. And you have no other way to kill their throne, so or ancient, so you have to take down the 3rd barrack for some reason, okay? This is when the plus 100 damage battle hunger shines at this moment. Like, why and how come? Because as your creeps going uphill and then your enemies will be hitting the creeps, you will see them, you have vision. So you throw a battle hunger on one of them with the plus 100 battle hunger damage. At max level, Battle Hunger deals a total of 140 damage per second for 10 seconds. That's 1,400 damage every 10 seconds, not including any magic resistance. But say there's 30% magic resistance, that would be almost 1,000 damage right there every 10 seconds. That's insane. You can cast Battle Hunger every 5 seconds because it has a 5 seconds cooldown. So, which means you can potentially place Battle Hunger on all your enemy heroes easily as long as you have vision and range. And by doing this, you are forcing them to either use their shrines nearby, near the tier 3 towers, or forcing one of them to go back to the fountain one by one. By constantly applying this much pressure, guys, the enemy's team will not be defending together as a group of 5. Therefore, you have just weakened the defense and then allowing you and your team to push or initiate. There are many other cases the plus 100 damage to Battle Hunger is really good, but I will leave it to you to comment down below and let us know when is a good time to take plus 100 battle damage. The plus 15 armor is literally a free Assault Cuirass and a chainmail put together. Total net worth of 5,900 gold there. So it's really great against physical attacking heroes. That's when I'll take this thing. So it further bolsters your defense, making you a fearless tank at the front line, causing havoc when enemies were forced to hit you and your team just support and follow up from behind. And say you get this plus 15 armor, you get Assault Cuirass, you have Vanguard, you have Crimson Guard and Pipe or whatever, you just can't die. And then you forget about the hero, so imagine you have Dazzle that throws out Weave, and there's another thing that puts 10 armor on you from Medallion's upgrade or something like that. That is insane. So take the plus 15 armor when you're the only tank in your team who needs you to tank for them while they finish the job without any fear of dying, and especially when they're squishy heroes like Lion or Lina or anyone like that. Well, that's it for this video, guys. Please keep in mind this is just an idea and also the best one I can come up with that works really well with the talent tree by default. However, this does not mean this is the best item build, which will always work in every game, because in Dota 2, item build will always change depending on type matchups. Yeah, well, I hope you guys like the video, please share, like, and subscribe for more upcoming videos. If you have any cool, interesting ideas, please comment down below, like the one I asked for, which is the plus 100 and damage battle hunger. So yeah, maybe it's also a really good thing that you can combo it with AA's ulti or something like that, so you're throwing out crazy damage over times. Yeah, it's really funny. So yeah, hoping to hear from everyone's response. I'll see you all next time in the next video. Ciao.